Roy's annoyed with Mason Mount leaving. A bit heartbreaking, some would say. Any players that come to mind that left Man United that you were a bit gutted about?
About where they went or just being gutted?
Just leaving Man United.
David Beckham.
To Real Madrid.
I knew he was coming. I was still heartbroken because I was like, I had curtains. I used to buy all the Predators. David Beckham aftershave.
You're not a Predator kind of guy. You're an Umbro basics guy, man.
I was the Bollywood Becks. Let me just tell you that. Bollywood Becks on the left foot with my Predators on and my curtains. Trust me. If it wasn't for me, I don't think there would have been a film Bend It Like Beckham.
Really?
Yeah, I inspired that. My life. David Beckham broke my heart. I was sad when Roy Keane left and went to Celtic. But more because of the way it ended, not because he went to Celtic. A lot of my family support Celtic and that, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
Them.
He was a bit bitter, wasn't
he? The way it ended, it was sad. He got injured at Anfield, walked off the pitch. It was a 0-0 draw, January 2005. And that was the last we saw of him.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's
That's
sad
real sad.
until his testimonial in the summer.
My only one is Sean Wright-Phillips to Chelsea. That was heartbreaking. That shows you the level where City have come from because he was our best player. It was 25-30, a lot of money at the time. It was amazing for the club at the time.
Was it Roman who brought him?
Yeah, he went to Mourinho, never played, hated by the likes of Rory, said he was terrible and all that. He was amazing. He's one of them.
Didn't he go back to City?
He came back to City under the new ownership.
Did he play for any other Premier League? West Ham?
No, he went to QPR after that, and then he went to New York Red Bulls with his brother, Bradley.
Bradley, he was isn't he top
he's like
goal
the
scorer
best
in
player
America
ever in MLS.
Yeah. Class.
Obviously, Mason Mount leaves Chelsea.
Is that including Messi, by the way? It is, isn't it?
What do you mean? No, Bradley Wright-Phillips is better than Messi.
Best player in America.
Don't click that up.
Including Messi.
Pochettino, obviously, he's come in. He's been announced. He's got a brand new haircut. He's dyeing his hair black to look a little bit younger.
What did he say about Chelsea? They're the biggest club in the world. Biggest club in England.
He said something like that.
What did he say?
I can't quite remember the specifics.
Did he not see who won all the truck? Right.
It's a massive step back.
Man United won the Capital One Cup, mate.
It's a big one. Yeah, that was a big one. But he's lost Mason Mount, a player that, whatever you say about Mason Mount in terms of his relationship with Chelsea, he's a player that would have got on with Poch, would have been malleable by Poch.
He hasn't lost him, though.
Worked hard.
Never had him.
Is there not a world, he says to the board? He's been there under the radar for months before July the 1st, right? Could he have not said, I want to keep Mason Mount. He's my guy.
I think he would have, but
they didn't
Mason
want
Mount's head was turned when Manchester United knocked.
Right. Yeah, some players go.
Different kind of knock.
Yeah, Vouty Weghorst goes. Mason Mount goes. The big players, like Haaland comes to Man City.
Did you see that tweet which said, would you take £1 million or play in the Premier League and try and score a goal for 10?
Yeah.
And I was like, haven't you people been watching Vouty Weghorst? And people have been running around saying, yeah. Bro, he played a half season, didn't score a goal.
Yeah.
He never got his 10 mil.
Exactly. I think Pochettino's starting a little bit backwards for me without that Mason Mount transfer. Obviously, what you just said is fair.
He hasn't lost anyone.
Yeah, but that's my perception. I think he would have tried to at least say, can we try and keep him? He's not kept him, and now he has to go out into the market and replace Kovacic. It's not just Mount, it's Kovacic. I know Kante was at the back end of his career. I get that one.
Havertz gone.
But they've lost a lot of players, and he has to not only deal with a massive group of mercenaries, he has to then sign more mercenaries to replace Mason Mount, who was a loyal Chelsea player on some level. Same with Kovacic.
Was he loyal?
A loyal servant. No, but a loyal servant. A Chelsea, a Champions League winning midfielder for Chelsea. So I think Mason Mount is a big loss for Pochettino. It's a big loss.
Yeah, and he would be great in a dressing room and things like that. But I don't see Poch hasn't lost anyone. Like he's gonna inherit. Of course, he'll have players that he'll think, "Oh, get rid of him. Oh, I'll keep him. But I don't think he'd be that gutted about it. He's got a lot of new signings as well.
That midfield area seems very, very light for me. Very,
Who
very
they got
light.
at the minute?
Enzo
Fernandez. That's it.
I can't think of anyone else in midfield.
Who have they got in midfield? Enzo Fernandez.
Conor Gallagher.
Classy.
They've lost everyone. They lost Jorginho in January.
Oh, yeah, Jorginho.
You can't give me any midfielders. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's going.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Obviously, he's not good enough anyway.
What a move for him, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
To get such an upgrade.
It's crazy.
Imagine you'd play for AC. If
anyone,
Luton and that would come in and you'd be like,
yeah, I'll just rather go AC Milan. Yeah. They don't have any midfield. That's why I think Mason Mount is just a body. Whatever you say about his quality, I think there is a big debate about his quality, Mason Mount. But they've lost Kovacic, who I think world class on his day, and Mason Mount is as well. Mason Mount got an assist in a Champions League final. That's the standard he's at. Whatever you say about him, he's then gone to their nearest rivals, who I think will be competing with you for a top 4, top 5 spot. It's not
Top 2 spot.
top 2, yeah?
I think Chelsea are going to surprise a few people this season.
What's a good season for Chelsea then?
Champions League football.
Just coming...
I think they'll surprise a few people this season. No European football.
Yeah. One game a week.
Massive.
Yeah, we do love that, don't we?
They're just going to play domestically. Loads of new signings keen to prove themselves. A manager keen to prove himself.
Yeah.
A manager that's going to get stuck into these lot in pre-season. Get them working. You can usually, look at the state of United under Rangnick, and then Ten Hag comes in and everyone sees something that they like.
There's a lift.
And they try and work hard and they get on it. I think you could see a similar reaction at Chelsea. Again, we're looking at who you got in midfield, Enzo Fernandez on his own. You know what I mean? They've just brought in Nkunku. They've signed Jackson.
He could drop into midfield. I think that's one that I think Chelsea fans would be sort of saying in the comments. He could drop into a midfield position, maybe.
Kante's gone as well.
They're all
It'd be a massive miss.
They're all gone. Even the leadership, someone having him in the changing room is massive.
They need to keep Thiago Silva then, who, he looked like someone that could potentially...
That injury, it was against Tottenham, he got injured and you just think...
They've got loads of defenders though, haven't they?
Lots of defenders. They've got lots of everyone except midfielders. And they still don't have a striker that I don't believe that Jackson's any good at the moment.
50 million, Chelsea.
Yeah, give it over. But I think Chelsea on their day, I think you're right. I think with one game a week, even Europa League football could kill them. And in fact, they got none of that. One game a week, I think Pochettino's got his work cut out. I think that we've seen stranger things in football. They still need to spend 150, 200 million quid to get anywhere near having a balanced squad.
The thing for them is, though, they've recouped a lot of cash.
Yeah, they have.
They're in a lot of cash, a lot of moolah. So they'll be able to spend a bit.
The downward spiral of the whole Chelsea thing is what happens if by October, November, they're kind of ninth and nothing's clicked. They still can't score goals.
Chelsea finishing Champions League.
Jackson from Villarreal, he scored 9 goals last season, something like that. Really low numbers.
Chelsea finishing Champions League position.
Do you think?
Poch is good, man. Don't you rate Poch?
Yeah, Poch. I do. But he relied on Kane's goals to get Spurs up the table. We've not seen Poch in the league without a guaranteed striker.
Maybe Poch.
Yeah, but he's been good. He's been good for multiple managers. I'm just saying, Chelsea have to rely on this kid coming in from Villarreal and Nkunku firing. Mason Mount offered. Mason Mount was
Raheem
the second
Sterling
highest
will
scorer.
score more goals this season.
You'd hope.
I think he'd get 20 this season.
20?
All comps, not in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't know.
All comps. That's fair.
It's a thin line. I think it's a thin line between complete failure for Chelsea and them doing the right business. And I think that's all down to Pochettino. If he finds his feet early and he just imagine the first few weeks they just keep winning games.
What do you think?
They'll
about
build momentum. Mudryk? No, he's nowhere near good enough for me. Nowhere near good enough. I've still not seen it. Maybe
do you
not
think we see the player that Arsenal and Chelsea wanted?
I don't know. Arsenal have seen a lot of players. They saw Nicolas Pepe once and they signed him for 75 million quid. So not everyone's a trusty kind of gauge for a top level player like that. I don't think he's don't When you say Raheem Sterling, 1,000,000%, I think you count on him to work hard off the ball, get your goals, you're bang on. But for me, Mudryk, I don't think he'll be starting. He didn't start for Chelsea at the back end of last season when there was nothing to lose. He wasn't starting games. That says it all.
It's true.